What's up, everybody? Happy Aloha Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Welcome to the Hawaii Fishing Gear Show. We are High Fish Gear, highfishgear.com. We're live on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, all that good stuff. While we're live, if you guys got any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to scroll through and respond to all the questions, whether they're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram. I got you covered. We got restocked some things while we wait for the questions to come in. Major Craft rod restocked today. Notifications went out. You guys had probably about 2 or 3 hours to make good on your notifications. I'm talking about it now live, so get on it while you can. What I chose for just to show you guys is the rod that I actually purchased most recently. This is the Crossstitch 964 medium heavy travel rod. The reason why I chose this rod is because it is rated up to 60 grams. 80 grams, actually. 80 grams. It is 40 to 80 grams, 964 medium heavy, because I can cast a big bubble, which is just shy of 2 ounces. And I can throw some bigger stuff. That's back in restock, and there's a bunch of other things that are restocked on highfishgear.com. In the Major Craft, also some jigs are restocked. Tons of notifications go out. Go jump on them while you can. We also got restocked on Vadivas stuff. And per request, like I said, if there's something that you guys are constantly buying elsewhere and you want us to carry it from the Vadivas brand, drop it in the send us a DM, send us an email. Email would probably be best. sales@highfishgear.com. We just got back. We just added per request 70-pound test shock leader, which is the some guys wanted it for dunking or plugging. 70-pound shock leader from Vadivas, now available on the website. And the big gray elephant in the room. Are you guys ready? Just added to the website, front page of the website under new products. This is the old guard. This is the old one that we had. You guys were always asking, when you guys going to restock the cooler backpacks? We done with this bad boy. We done with it. We have there's a new sheriff in town. It's a little different than that flat style. One of the reasons why we moved away from that is because we're a website. We're not just a walk-in shop. That bag right there, too expensive and ridiculous to ship. We wanted something that we can ship. And this is the new Hawaii Fishing Gear. It's an insulated cooler and dry bag combo. It is insulated. It holds ice. There's no external pouch, but we got these nice little cargo straps. We just had a nice little chat session in our auction group just to kind of make sure we covered all the questions that people had. It is a 10-gallon open top backpack, no zipper, and I'll explain why that zipper was important. Why that not having a zipper was important to me. 10 gallons, 40 liters. It's like stacking 2 5-gallon buckets in there. We're estimating a 40-pound ulua. You can put a 40-pound ulua in this bag. And Tony Cat is watching on Instagram. For Tony Cat's reference, you can fit easily one 24-pack Tony in here. I know you love cooler bags. You need to get the brand new one. Now available on the front page of the website, $189.99, $190 with free shipping on highfishgear.com. It's a 10-gallon. You can fit up to a 40-pound ulua, but we made this specifically for people that not necessarily always targeting ulua, but you want a cooler backpack for when you go Mempachi, you go Akule, you go Halalu, you go popio hunting and stuff like that. You go o'io hunting. Not a problem. We got you covered. It's an insulated bag, but it doubles as, check this out, no zipper, right? You guys want to seal this up? The zippers, always the issue with the zippers was that they were never watertight. Never, ever watertight. If that bag fell over, boop, spill all over the back seat of your wife's Honda Odyssey, she's going to be all sour with you. You're not taking the van anymore when you go fishing. You got to catch the bus. Now, it has a roll up top. Check it out. 1, ready? 2, roll it up maybe 1 more time. 3 if you can. 2 is fine. Put the clips on. Now you got ice in there. You got fish in there. Squeeze them hard. Airtight, watertight. Airtight and watertight. Turn them upside down. Put them on its side. No fish juice all over the back of your car. Even has these extra secure straps you can click over on the top. Keeps your bag airtight, watertight, allows the ice to last a little bit longer. That was another question that people were asking. We tested it. We tested the heck out of these bags. This is the third prototype, by the way. Third prototype. I had to pay for each prototype and express shipping. We beat the heck out of our first prototype. We roughed it up. I scratched it on the rocks. I sent it out to 3 different people to use it. Rough it up. Treat it like garbage. Let's see what we can make better in the next round. That's what we did with this backpack. Some of the improvements that we made from the first prototype, double stitched. Everything is double stitched. We chose the heaviest PVC that we could get from the manufacturer, 500D, heavy duty PVC. It's puncture resistant, but you still have to take care of your bag. Make sure you're not putting pokey stuff inside your bag that's gonna poke a hole and cause water to seep into the insulation. It's got nice, comfy, padded backing on the back of it. It's like almost like a nice hiking backpack with even side straps and the cross the chest straps that everybody loves. It doubles as a dry bag. Whenever you wanted a dry bag to go on a boat or someplace where you're gonna get constantly splashed and you got gear that you wanna keep dry, like I said, it's airtight, it's watertight, it doubles as a dry bag. It even has a little air vent that's not a water vent on the side where you can open that up and squeeze the air out to compact it down so there's not a whole lot of air in there. It doubles as a dry bag backpack. It is the HFG cooler and dry bag combination fishing backpack. $189.99 with free shipping on highfishgear.com. And as I mentioned, we put cargo straps on the front side because I didn't want the standard pouch that we've had on all of our backpacks and you found on other Browns backpacks. The reason why I did the cargo straps, because there's a lot of different configurations that you can do. And I even providing you with a little demonstration of what you can do with some of the tackle. With some Velcro straps or some rubber bands and stuff, you can put all your tackle on the outside of it so you can hike in your gear. And the best part is, keeps all your pokey gear on the outside so you're not puncturing the side of the backpack or the inside of the backpack by tucking your gear in there. There's a lot of configurations. Get yourself some Velcro straps or some little rubber bands and stuff like that. Those are one-way belts, so not going to be too loud when you're walking. Yeah, there we go. If you guys got questions about the backpacks, you got other questions, I'm going to scroll through and check it out right now. Let's see. Somebody on TikTok, I want to make sure I'm always answering the questions on TikTok. If you guys are watching, Vaughn, you better follow us right now because I'm answering your question right now. What pound test for slides? It's not so much the pound test, it's the gauge. The gauge is very heavy. Andy, if you're watching, what's the gauge again we always talked about? It was like size 36 gauge Malin water, 28 or something like that. But the slides are like 500 to 600 pound test on the wire that they're using for slides. Hopefully Andy is watching. He had the gauge stuck in his mind. We had this conversation, but I can never remember it. If you want the actual Vaughn, send me an email, sales@highfishgear. I'll reply back with the actual gauge that everybody uses for slides. All right. Any updates on the Black XL slings? They're ordered. They're on their way. All right. Should be in very soon. Okay. Having the bell ring on the walk is PTSD. Salty Levia, you can put one sock inside the bell, not gonna ring. All right. All right. Okay. Here we go. 27, 28, and 30. That is the gauge for the wire. Thank you very much, Redley on YouTube. 27, 28, and 30. That's the gauge of the wire that everybody uses for slides. Mahalo for that. I appreciate it. Okay. How do you know if a spot has Ulua Papio? If it's the ocean, get chance for Ulua Papio, okay? Certain spots not as productive, other spots more productive. Productive one day, unproductive the next. Unproductive one day, productive the next. Don't get stuck on, oh, I gotta go to the best spot. Just go fish. Try spots that people don't even recommend. All right. You can tell with reef structure if there are a lot of baby fish swimming around. You see schools of stuff. I tell you right now, that's a good sign that the predators will be coming around. All right, let's scroll through Instagram. I know there's a lot of questions on there. Let's see. Instagram. Mike is kind of in the way. I'm sorry, guys. If you want the really wide angle lens, the full production, you guys got to come over to YouTube and check us out. But if you're on Instagram, I get it. All right. Let's see. But thank you for telling me that. And we did move it. 24 plus ice. Yeah, you, Tony. Could probably fit more, but to be honest, you got to have ice in there too with the beers. You put down one layer, you put ice on top. You put down another layer, you put ice on top. 24 cans. Easy. Okay, what size pen battle for plugging? 6K. 6K is a great size for plugging. 5K if you're going 3 to 4 ounces. If you're going above 4 ounces, 6K. All right, what kind rod can I use for a Jig Master, and what type of line is best for use? Just getting started with a conventional. What kind of rod can you use with a Jig Master? Medium heavy nitro is a great starting if you can find a brand new one on our website for $249, or if you can find a used one. I'll call it right now. I'm going to call it. Yeah, Uncle Bill's ready. I'm going to tell you the used price for a nitro medium heavy. All right, in this market, if it's bus up, $120. If it's cherry, like you barely even used it, $200 is a fair price. Between 180 and 200. You don't agree? Try it. Try put them up. If you like sell them quick, 150 on the cherry, 100 on the bus up. You can sell them overnight kind. All right. Let's see. Casting rods on the site restock. Probably not gonna be restocked till Friday. Did we get to? Okay, so Jig Master medium heavy nitro and what pound test? If you're just starting off, 40-pound test. If you got it down, switch it up to 50. But start off with 40. That gives you more line to peel off when you bird's nest. It's okay if you bird's nest, all right? It's part of the game, part of learning. And Andy Redley, thank you, man. Appreciate that. I knew you were watching, so it's great to have you. You're a great reference, brother. I can't wait to have you back on our show again. Okay, let's see. I'm scrolling to the questions. How do you know if a spot has it? And there's no questions on YouTube right now. Drop the questions while we live, guys. I'm scrolling through Instagram. That's where we get our most questions. And let's see. How do you when to add or remove spool shims on a reel? You know what? I just had that conversation with a customer today. If you're doing a Newell installation, that's one of the reasons why we carry the shims. The shims are for when do the installation of the Tiburon frame and spool. It's not going to be exactly like how it's not going to be perfect all the time. The bearing caps that you see, the ones that had the slotted screwdrivers, you use those to make tension left or right. Now, if you plug it in, you turn the handle, and there's no grinding noises and everything's smooth, don't mess with it, okay? But if you you hear a little grinding, or something's not engaging, the clicker's not engaging, or the gears aren't engaging, start adjusting your screws a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. And if you got them all the way hammered in, you got them screwed all the way and you cannot screw them anymore, that's when you start using the shims. Back out the bearing cap, put a shim on the bearing side, and that will give you a little bit more play and a little bit adjustment where you can make those finesse. It's basically for centering the spool specifically where it is. If it's too much to the right, even when it's all the way hammered in, the bearings will give you a little bit extra space, and you might need to put two shims quite often. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question, Governor of Guam. If it doesn't answer your question, drop it in the comments right now, or in DM. Okay. Best Omilo Popio whipping pole. Best, like the Major Craft stuff that just came in, 964 LSJ is a nice 4-piece travel rod. We got in a few 10 LSJ rods. They're kind of like big bubble rods. That's kind of what we go with. Big bubble rods rated up to 2 ounces or 60 grams. Good stuff. What size pen reel for plugging? I think I answered that one already. Oh, only way to answer the question is just go. Yep. Okay. Shoulder strap cushion. There is cushions on the inside shoulder straps of the backpack. Okuma HCS, best rod, can use conventional and spinning. Okuma HCS is probably one of those ones you can use it for conventional and spinning, but keep in mind on a full bend, the line will touch on a conventional. It will touch the blank on a full bend, courtesy of Danny, who put those rods to test over the years. You guys carry landing nets. We do have landing nets in the shop. They're a little bit too bulky for shipping, where if we offered them for shipping on the website, it would be way too expensive. So we don't stock them on the website, but they are available in the store. And we do have a nice Danielson landing net that's not too expensive in the shop. Bird's nest is part of it, guys. Smoking your thumb is part of it. It's all part of the learning experience. Even the most seasoned guys, at some point, while they were learning or while they were getting into it, or while they was drunk while fishing, smoked their thumb to the point where the skin peeled off and everybody laughed at them. It happens, okay? We all feel your pain. I was lucky. In my whole life, I've only smoked my thumb 2 times. You think you'd learn after the first one? No. Does fluorocarbon make a difference? If Wallace was here, we'd have a 20-minute debate. It does make a difference. Some of the differences are fluorocarbon sinks, monofilament floats. Or did I get that wrong? Yeah, monofilament floats, fluorocarbons. Now I'm all kind of screwed up. I think fluorocarbon floats. Correct me, please. My brain is just on doo-doo. That's one of the differences. I personally feel like fluorocarbon is more abrasion resistant from the testing that I've done, where the fish like gets all the tears it up on the reef. It gets nice and shredded. Fluorocarbon seems to hold up quite a bit. Okay, what's the best thing for the reel when you bird's nest? Sit down, chill out, relax, light up a smoke, sit down on your bucket, and slowly pull out the line. Slowly. Don't yank too hard. Don't rush it. It's going to be a little surgical. You're going to have the line. Here's your line coming off the reel. You're going to have that one that's wrapped around it like that. You got to pull that one out first before you can get the other one out. Just take your time. Sit down. I have fluoro sinks, mono floats. Thank you. I still burn my thumb sometimes when I cast conventional. It happens, bro. All right. Let me see what other questions we had. Is it necessary to use a conventional setup over spinning? No, it's not necessary. I always asked that when I was first getting into fishing. Why do all the Hammers use the conventional reels? Line capacity. Line capacity is a big thing. Higher gear ratio too, for retrieving your lead and stuff like that. The conventional reels seem to have a little bit better torque and a better angle when you're boosting like this as opposed to boosting like this. You're boosting like this where you're using your left and your body to reel in, as opposed to a spinner, which a lot of times you're holding the top of the rod, arm against the pole, you're holding your reel. It's a different action. I think the conventional rods are a little bit different setup, but the reason why is mainly just line capacity. When you look at using 50, 60, 80 pound tests, the conventional reels are going to have the deepest line capacity, better, stronger brakes. I know there's some great reels out there, spinning reels that have higher braking stop power, like the Speedmaster reel that we just brought in. That reel has 44 pounds of lockdown drag. That's a spinner, which is incredible. All right. I think we answered that question. 12-foot heavy Shimano Speedmaster, good for plugging or no? I think the 10-foot 6 and the 11 is a little bit better for plugging. 12-foot is kind of like the advanced level plugging length. Guys that are real freaking hammers, they use the big 12-foot rods because they're bombing the lures out. They know what they're doing, and I think that they've reached a certain point in their skill level where the 12-foot is kind of where they're at. I think if you're just starting off, a 9'6", a 10'6", or an 11-foot is going to be cherry with paired with the 5K, 6K, or an 8K Shimano Saragossa, Shimano Spiros, and stuff like that. All right. What do you think the best bait caster to use for everyday bass fishing? Hey Francisco, how you doing, bro? Aloha from Hawaii. We are in the island of Oahu. And we don't do a lot of bass fishing out here because we are surrounded by salt water. While there are some bass in our streams and rivers that were planted here, we don't really do a lot of bass fishing. And I understand if you want to unfollow us, but hey, I gave you the straight on it. I've never caught a bass in my life. I caught an ulua though. All right. All right, fluoro sinks. Okay. I like use for dunk on one different. Okay, I don't know what the question was. I caught my first ulua on a spinning reel. Yeah, you can absolutely use a spinning reel. Docks more expensive, equal quality. I'm not sure what you meant on that one. Hey guys, if we didn't get to your question while we're live and you really wanted us to answer, send us a DM on the platform that you're on, or send me an email, sales@highfishgear. We respond. We want to try to share the information and the knowledge that we've accumulated. We want to share our opinions on certain things. We hope to become your trusted source. If we make mistakes or we say the wrong thing, we always try to come back and correct it because we learn too, you know? All right. All right, let's see. I do the same damn thing, 40 stuff compared to my 200 setups. Okay, there we go. Any plans on Tightline Brain restock? It is paid for. It is being shipped. It's on its way. I'm hoping that it'll be here by the end of the week. I caught them at a bad time. They were doing an ICAST show, and then they got a huge order at ICAST, and I missed my opportunity, my little window of opportunity by a day or two. That's my fault, not Tightline. It's on its way though. All right. I think that's pretty much it. We gave you guys 22 minutes of yapping about fishing and telling you about our brand new backpacks, which are now available on the front page of the website, highfishgear.com. That's pretty much it. You guys better leave on like. I'm gonna take my backpack right now, and I'm gonna go hold on. Go get your 2024 Hawaii fishing gear. Look at the little strap right there in the front. Look at the waist strap. Check it out. $189.99. highfishgear.com. There you go. Yeah, leave a like on the video. Follow us if you're on TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram and all that stuff. You guys have a good one. Aloha.